talking about at the Bigfoot Museum how fire might change patterns of people. And we know there's some wildfires in California, and we know that there's a whole lot of problems with the dry season here. Now we're in Oregon, so I'm going to flip this phone and let you see what we're driving into. If I can here. As you can see here,
you can smell it now.
We can smell the fire, and we can see how thick it is. It may be hard for you to see it. It's just a thick smog that's covering everything. We can smell, we've got the vents closed and we can smell it pretty solid.
It smells like the campfire's like right next to us.
Yeah. This is the milepost 97 fire. We were looking it up earlier. It's got over 12,000 acres. Somewhere in a remote area is where it's burning. So it's not near us. And the news is it's a fire suppression. I go over here. I think you can see it's completely blocked. The smoke over here, you can't see anything. So I think it's to the east of us here. That's the Mile 97 fire, and this is one that's over 12,000 acres, and they already know it's a human cause.
They have 15% of it contained.
15% of it contained, that's right. So as we pass out, you can see as we pass around this bend here, some really dry trees, and then we come over here and it's just, now I know you can see it really thickly.
Dry.
It's just hanging out here in these valleys as we move through them. We're safe. We're south of Canyonville. We're pretty safe. We're reading that the section that they've contained is the one to prevent it from literally reaching this highway and the communities along here. Up ahead, we've got an image of a helicopter. I'm going to try to zoom in on it there.
Then that's the water bucket.
And that's the water bucket underneath him. And I'm not sure if he's collecting water there or transporting it as they're dropping it there.
We're going to hit a grade. Oh my God, it's right there.
He's right in here working on a fire up and to our left. It's hard to see here. So we've got emergency equipment. You may not be able to hear it. We can hear the helicopters above us. They have not shut down the highway at all, so we're okay. But
the rear, not even at mile.
now a lot of what we're seeing here is likely control fires. This was in an old scar. We can see a fire up ahead, up on our left, but it's likely control fires is my guess, because they said that's what they were doing. They were setting these up to prevent giving it any fuel to move over this ridge. Here there are some sections that they have closed. They're not letting us get off at this exit, for instance. They don't want us in this local area, and I can understand that. Here they've closed down a section of the freeway. You can see the smoke coming around the corners there.
Fire.
So we've stopped at a location. We came up 5, so yeah, Jen's got her mark there, and you can see where we caught the edge of that thing all the way through, and that's where they've worked it. We're in Canyonville now, checking this map out and getting information on the fire. Pretty dry out here. We're in the high zone.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's going to cost $5 million, this fire, and they've got a lot of resources available working on it. This is one of the smaller ones burning right now in the region. Okay, it's Wednesday night and we are on in the foothills of Mount Hood, approaching our base of operations for the next few days. And yeah, we're going to use that as a stepping off place to see if we can find some evidence of Bigfoot. That's our plan. So hopefully the next couple of vlogs will be out of this region. We've seen there's lots of history here, Bigfoot in this region. We've seen no end of tourist traps, Bigfoot taverns, Bigfoot souvenir shops, and all of that. But I think here it might be a little more serious. So we'll see. Let's find out.